Hi, welcome back to Generation Foundation. It's a podcast about a mother and son, Nick Dowling, who is next to me, and me, Leslie Dowling, speaking into Gen X versus Gen Z, what's going on with our environment, sustainable issues, and eating clean, and trying to live a clean lifestyle. Uh, I will also be streaming this on my other podcast that I started about a year after Generation Foundation called Keep It Dirty, about just living eco and sustainably conscious and eating clean. So, Nick, we had this conversation earlier this morning, and just to back it up a little bit, Nick is home until the end of October, and then he flies to Hawaii for a couple of years. Um, and you'll be at what base are you going to be at?
At Schofield Barracks.
Schofield. And what exactly are you doing? Are you overseeing a platoon of people, or what is it that you're going to, where you don't know yet?
No, I'm just in the Army
Okay.
as an officer.
All right. Well, once he's over there in the winter, I'm looking forward to just getting updates here and there where I will be streaming that, seeing how he's doing in Hawaii, and being jealous of all the beautiful background. So, anyway, I also wanted to ask you, we were discussing earlier about how do you go through transforming your body as to lining it up with what sports that you're focusing on. I noticed just over the last couple of years, you've really perfected, like, I think you started this whole program when you were playing soccer and you started doing certain exercises and learning really from someone who is a trainer who his son is really good friends with you, but really helped you just have the right ways of approaching weight training and training in general. So I notice now that you've really transformed your body into being a little more bulked up and
Yeah.
really stronger. So what is it that you are doing now to bulk up? Is that what you
I
would
used to
call it?
just not weightlift a whole lot. The type of training that I was doing specifically in the gym changed a lot. The way I ate definitely got a lot more clean the past few years.
Are you introducing more protein? Because it seems like you're
Yeah, I mean,
eating a lot more
eat more
protein.
balanced. I eat
Okay.
more balanced. Um, yeah, when I stopped playing soccer and I got much more into weightlifting and CrossFit, my body naturally changed. Like my frame got a lot bigger as I was growing up and maturing. And yeah, I mean, I would say that I was paying attention to what I ate more. When I was starting to get into it, I used to do and track my protein, carbohydrates, and fats through an app, through a service that would help me structure it in a way that made sense so I could get very balanced meals. And I did that for about a year and a half or so.
What was the app? I'm just
It's
curious. And
called RP Strength.
were you happy
RP
with that? Would
Strength.
you recommend that to people?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does. Depending on what your goals are, you just input all that stuff. We'll outline what you need to eat and your ability to track it. It's pretty easy. So I did that, and then was just reading and consuming a lot of different content that helped learn what right looks like and working with different trainers and stuff throughout the various gyms that I went to.
So do you feel, and I feel this personally, I know that sometimes we get into bad habits with our form, with lifting, different techniques. Maybe you get into a rut doing the same, even
Yeah.
cross training. So would you recommend somebody to look for a trainer that they feel comfortable with?
Yeah, I mean, most of it I just did on my own. A lot of it was just watching videos of people doing the exercises, a lot of like the more technical lifts and stuff like that. And then I would film myself and then I would critique it and stuff. And then just at the gyms that I would go to, people would watch me and then the people that worked there and the trainers and stuff, and then they would tell me what to look out for and do. So it was just years of doing that. That's helped me get it down pretty good.
So for anyone that's interested in transforming their body, say if they're doing like CrossFit, or right now, what is your focus on as you're building?
I'm doing a lot of weightlifting now, Olympic lifting, a lot of compound lifts. I'm just doing like a strength cycle, so to speak, to focus on my strength and build that up more than to kind of get new personal records and stuff. But I work in a lot of like conditioning stuff as well, like metabolic conditioning to help maintain that. But the focus right now is strength. So, I mean, I weigh now more than I probably ever have, but I plan on in about 2 months, like cutting back down and then getting a little bit leaner. So,
Do you find what is the most difficult part of it? Because I know you like sometimes those sweets, like those really good donuts when we go to Tampa to
no,
go
I
visit
only
your
I only
brother.
go I only really eat bad one day a week. That's what
Oh,
I allow
really?
myself. But then all the other
Interesting.
days I usually eat pretty.
Do you work out every day, or do you give your
No, not
body?
every day. I do 3 days on, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday is usually supposed to just be like a slower cardio piece that's going to be like not intense at all and just something to move, and then I'll stretch and stuff. It's not really a whole lot at all. I don't touch any weights on Thursday usually. And then Friday and Saturday will be like bigger training days usually, where I'll get into everything. Saturday, I try and just do more bodybuilding stuff and hit on some of the things that I don't usually throughout the week. And then Sunday, I rest completely. But it depends on what I'm up to. Like, I'm going to train one day. This week, I did Monday, Tuesday, and then today's Wednesday. I'll do tomorrow as well because Friday, I don't think I'll be able to. I might. But Saturday and Sunday, I'm not going to be able to train. So that's why I got to try and work around things a little bit.
So, are you looking into getting into competitions, or is there stuff
Yeah, I'm
online,
doing
or what do you do?
competitions, online stuff. It's really all I'm able to do now because I'm moving around so much. When I'm in Hawaii, though, I plan on doing as many in-person competitions as I can, and I'd like to do a few online ones. I plan on doing one next week, the 1,000 pound club up through Rogue Fitness. So in an hour, you have to like do your max bench press with a barbell, squat, and then deadlift. And then the goal is to have all of those numbers add up to 1,000 pounds. So we'll see.
And what is it for people that are interested in looking at this website? What is it again?
It's Rogue Fitness. They're like a company that makes a lot of fitness equipment.
Okay.
Nice quality stuff.
And was that a referral? Did somebody
No, it's pretty
or?
well known in
Okay.
just the fitness community in general.
So once you're in Hawaii, I mean, there might be other really cool competitions going on.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll make the most of it. For sure.
And while you're in the Army, do you have to work out every day? Like, do they require that?
Yeah, there's Army, military in general is usually always some type of physical training in the early morning. So, but really just depends on what your job is in the military, what your unit is. So it looks different.
And also, you were talking about like food intake. So how many calories generally? Like, are you using an app at this point, or
No,
you
I don't use an app anymore because I just know myself pretty well. So I mean, at least right now, I'll probably only take in about oh, not too much. 3,000 calories a day, 4,000 calories a day, something like that.
And how many calories do you think you burn off it, like when you're working out on a workout day?
A good amount.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But not as much now that I'm focusing on weightlifting. But I'm still getting my heart rate up with the other conditioning stuff I'm doing. So.
Well, let's make sure that, we'll definitely follow up in a couple of months. Once you're settled into Hawaii, I'd love to find out, like, what is the day of Lieutenant Nick Dowling in Hawaii and what you're up to? Yeah. And, what are you doing workout wise? Maybe there's something really cool that you will fall, into that might be really interesting. So I'm sure a lot of people, our viewers and listeners, would like to hear more about things that maybe they're interested in starting a journey of transforming their body and the things that they could do, like an app that's very beneficial, to plug in all your info, which I wish they had years ago, but I'd like to look into
I
that.
follow one now. That's where I get all my programming from.
And what is that again? Which one is that?
It's a CrossFit program.
It's a monthly.
Yeah, a monthly. I pay every 3 months for it. Pretty expensive, but
Does it?
out of all the ones that I've tried, I think it's the best one.
And what is that called?
It's called CrossFit Mayhem. They're a brand.
CrossFitMayhem.com, maybe they could Google it. Okay. So CrossFit Mayhem, maybe they need a micro influencer, Nick Dowling. No, I'm kidding. You never know, right? So shout out to them too. Anyone else? Might as well. You're young, you're doing the program, you are a walking testimonial for them. So more power to you, kiddo. So it was good to see you this week before you head off to Hawaii. But we're so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what you'll be doing with your regime, with exercise and all that good stuff. So with that, anything else, any other words of wisdom for anyone that's getting into exercise and really serious about, doing it the right way? That's the other thing. There's so many proteins and shakes and things, but you got to watch the levels of what creatine and things that these powders and elixirs. I mean, did you ever have any of these powdered drinks that your heart was racing? Because it's not like you inject yourself with anything. You're really doing this the old-fashioned way of just getting your proteins in. You do like healthy powdered mixes. What is the one that I introduced you to? The one that you take. What is it called? It's
just like a green supplement.
Like green supplement.
Okay. But no, I mean anything that's gonna make your heart race probably be like pre-workout. But I don't take pre-workout. I'll just always drink coffee in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Usually just black coffee.
Well, that's better than the pre-workout stuff that actually has a lot of stimulants in it that can make some people are very sensitive. So just for everybody that's listening, always, like I say, check with your doctor before you start any powders, elixirs, drinks, anything that might raise your heart. Maybe get, a complete blood count done just to check everything that you're okay and, seek the advice of a medical doctor. We're just here, just giving you some of the things that my son has experienced and what he knows works for him. Everybody is individual. Everybody has different things going on with their body. So just before you start any kind of really serious program, check with your doctor and check with like a functional health person with any powdered drinks. You never know what could be in it. Check the ingredients. Make sure they're clean. Make sure you know where they are sourced, where the ingredients come from, and make sure they're natural. That's important too. So with that, thank you for all our viewers and listeners. If you could rate, review, and subscribe to Generation Foundation. The more people that listen and subscribe, the more we could get the word out with different ways to eat clean, exercise in a healthy manner, eat in a healthy manner. And also I'll be streaming this on Keep It Dirty. It's another great podcast where I have about 125 episodes and people from all over the world speaking into eating clean, sustainable life, and what's going on with microplastics and microtoxins that is on Mother Earth that we possibly might be ingesting. So take care. Have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you around soon. Bye.